Welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and I thought today we would do some earrings out of this really cute Jesse James mix sweater weather, and this one is called Cozy Up. And if you saw my unboxing, we have some very cute pottery beads, some wood beads with some brass. Love these wood beads right here. And I thought we'd just do some quick, really cute earrings and pick up some of these really fun shapes and colors and mix and match some of the metals and just make a really cute, quick pair of earrings. And off to the side, I have the really pretty focal, which you could use either way. You could do it this way or this way. And then, of course, these fuzzy guys, which I have another idea for. All came in the mix. I've got just a variety of jump rings, some ear wires, and I have some 20 gauge wire and some, as we say in Texas, a whole mess of head pins. So I thought, these are just such cute textures. Why not do a little mix and match on a cute pair of earrings, real quick set. And maybe we'll make another pair after that. We'll see how long it takes. I don't think it's going to take very long. I just love these. So I think I'm going to start with these wood beads. And then I love the pearl with that. And then I thought this is pretty. Actually, I think I like this better. I fell in love also with the antique brass spacer beads. I do want to use some bead caps for our frosty beads. Love mixing the metals, so we do those. And then maybe a nice sparkle at the top with these little white guys here with the facets. And then maybe these little knots at the bottom. I think these are so cool. Oh, you know what? Those are different, a little bit different color. Let's see. That matches better. Maybe those at the bottom. So you've got some texture, different materials. Oh, I did want to do some bright gold also, stacking. Like I said, I do want to mix the metals. And maybe we might use these. We'll see. We might put those in there. But these are just going to be a basic earring. As you can see, plenty of beads left. So really for the basic earrings, you need ear wires and, of course, head pins, some wire, and, your basic tools, which are your round nose pliers and your flat nose pliers and your nippers. So let's see what we can do today to make some cute earrings. So I think I'm going to start off with some ball head pins. And if you don't have one of these, you can always use the flat nose, the flat head pins, and put a little seed bead, which also looks very nice. So I think I'm going to, let me just straighten this out a little. These are, I believe, 22 gauge, so they're very easy to straighten. They came to me really bent, but they're not hard to straighten out. Okay, and then, so my thought is, this little bead right here, little knot bead, okay, and then our wood bead, I think I want something between that wood bead and let's put this brass piece. I like how the flower picks up the flower. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make a loop. Or should I put something on top of that? Maybe we'll put our 3. No. Oh. Maybe another brass. Nope. See, here's decisions. I'm doing this on the fly because I want you to see my thought process. I could create these off camera and act like a tutorial, but I really want you to see my thought process. Maybe these. Let's see. That's cute. I like that. All right, but I think I want some metal between that and that. So that's fun. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and here's our stack. I like to just make quick earrings like this. It's fun. I'm going to make our 90-degree bend. Use our round nose, and I'm going to do the small end of the round nose so I can do a little wire wrap at the end. These head pins are not very big, very long. I love 3-inch head pins when I'm making earrings because then you have enough to really wrap. But since these are so thin, I can grab with my flat nose and needle nose, and really get around there. I'm going to switch over to the other flat nose. If you use the round nose and you're squeezing, you do get a texture. If that bothers you, make sure you take your round nose out. It doesn't really bother me, but it does some people. So just FYI, that's a technique. FYI, always it's designer's choice. How you want to, if you want to add more texture, that's the way to do it. Okay, and I'm just doing some messy wraps here. Pretty loop. Yeah. I do like that. All right. So now we're going to do with our 20 gauge. Maybe I should do, I think I'll just do this. Maybe I'll just do this long head pin that's already in here. I want to kind of have the same thickness in wire. So we'll just cut that guy off. Do a little 90-degree bend. Like that. Make our loop. And again, I want to make my loop small. So I'm going towards the, as you can see, this tapers. So if you are making a bunch of earrings and you're using one of these tools, you can mark with a Sharpie so you don't lose where, if you want them all to match. I'm eyeballing it today, but I have used Sharpie. I've been known to use the Sharpie. It's a very handy tool. Now I'm going to open my loop. I'm going to add my dangle. And we're going to close this. Let's see. Very cool. Just going to wire wrap a few times. And then I'm going to cut off that extra. Just a little safety tip. I kind of cover them just so it doesn't go flying into my eye. And I got little doggies that run around. I don't want them, the little shards, to hit them either. Okay. So there is our wire wrapped loop. And we're going to, let's see, I think I want to stack some of these. I love the texture of daisy spacers stacked, and I usually do 3. Cute. And then I'm going to add a bead cap. I like this type of earring because you can really play with textures and shapes. And when somebody's wearing it, you get to see it all. And it's not complicated. And it doesn't have to be complicated to be pretty. I like that a lot. I tend to like longer earrings. You could certainly just do 1 or 2 of these. You could take some beads out and make this shorter if you wanted. Again, that's designer's choice. I know some people love really long earrings like I do, and some don't. Personal preference, of course. So now we're going to make our other wire wrap loop. Yeah. And I'm just doing a loose wrap here. Careful not to crush your crystal bead. Sorry, I was a little off camera there. I'm just basically tightening this little piece of wire around my bead, around my wire, other wire, I should say. So there's that one. And we will add our ear wires. I just bought a little set of French ear wires somewhere. Came in this little box, which is pretty cool. And let's see, this is rose gold mixed with regular gold, so that's going to be fun. I think I mixed them all together in a hurry to clean up one night. Not so sure that was a great idea, but whatever. So there's a gold one. And there, not that the rose gold wouldn't be pretty with this mix. You know. All right. Come here, mister. There we go. I do like these French ear wires. And I did add wire guardians because they're so tiny. And they have the little stoppers too. They came with those little rubber stoppers that keep your earrings from sliding off, which I like. So we're going to take our French head pin, earring finding. And you just walk this back a little so that the little ball touches the, yeah. Pretty. Quick pair of earrings. So, and you have plenty of beads left over. So I'll make the second one off camera because I'd like to do another pair and give you a twofer on this Tutorial Tuesday. Sorry I didn't say that before, but it is Tutorial Tuesday, as they say, or as we say. And I'll be right back so we can make another pair. Okay, I'm back. I finished the second earring. Let me scooch in a little so you can see. Oops. I'm working on not letting this wobble, I promise. But here's our earrings. Pretty? I love the textures of the wood, and those knotted beads are really cool. And then I wanted to just keep with the flower theme with the spacer beads. I wanted to mix the metals, which I think we did nicely. And I love the blush colors with the wood. Got a little bling up here. And the earrings are about, I want to say, let me measure them real quick. Yep, they're about 3 inches. So again, if you don't like large or long earrings, you could certainly make these shorter. You could do just maybe that, or what I did here, or connect the two, or make 6-inch earrings and make another segment. Yeah, so those turned out nicely. So for our second pair, what I thought I would do is do some loop earrings, which I like to take the beadle-on wire and make hoops. And so I will take the wire, and I'll just show you, I'll string the beads on and kind of make a loop like that with a design. So I'm going to pull together some, we are going to need some crimp beads and some crimp covers, and we will get started on our second pair of earrings. Tuesday tutorial twofer. Okay, so once you've made your dangle, we're going to use our 8-inch wire, and we're going to string this onto our wire like that. And now we can string. So the key here, and the thing that I like to do, let me move these up, is I hold the string between my thumb and forefinger like this. And that way I can string on both sides of this bead. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So I can add my wood bead here, and then I grab that piece so it doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. I'm going to add my frosty bead. On both sides. Like that. And let me back out just a little so you can get a better perspective here. So this is what we have so far. And I'm just gonna basically add beads. I think I like these spacers. I'm gonna put those in. And then maybe I'll do another frosty bead. So that's what we've got. And let's do the gold spacer. I'm going to do a one of these pretty faceted crystals. I love this mix. It is very cozy. Okay. That's what we've got so far. I think I'm going to add one more wood bead on each side. Oops. See how he went flying? That's why you hang on. I will pick that up later. Doesn't hurt to have extras if you're prone like me to spilling and dropping things. All right, so this is what we have. So now I want to, you could certainly make this loop bigger, but we have a limited number of small beads and we've got to make another earring. So if you wanted, you could fill in with some number 6 seed beads to fill this in. You could leave the wire if you want to leave the wire showing. That is designer's choice. I am just going to make a smaller loop, but the loop size is really up to you. I'm going to add this spacer bead right here. Both wires are going to go into that, just like that. And I'll just push it down and it makes a pretty loop. And then I love these square crystal beads, so we're going to put both our wires in the square crystal bead. There we go. Now we're going to add a number 2 crimp tube to the 2 wires and push it down just like that. Now we're going to crimp, and obviously this crimp is going to hold everything down, so you want to get it as close to that crystal as possible, but you do need to be careful because you don't want to break your crystal. You're going to come in with your crimpers, and we're going to start with that first jaw, this big jaw, and you don't want your wires to cross, and you're going to come in like this and just give it a squeeze. It doesn't need to be super tight. You do want to give the crystal a little bit of room, but you do want to crimp this pretty tight. And then we're going to fold that over. So now you have one crimp tube on here. So one of the things that I do is I make a loop with one of these wires. So we don't need 2 of these anymore because we may basically have everything strung on the 2 wires. So either one you want to get rid of. I tend to get rid of the shorter one just so I have more wire to work with on the end. And you're just going to snip your extra wire. Okay. And now you have 1 wire crimped. So we're going to take another crimp bead. We're going to slide that onto the, whoops, unless it wants to go flying. You're going to put that on your last. I cannot believe I just did that. Let's try that one more time. 3 times is a charm. So you're going to put your crimp bead on here without it going flying, ricocheting across the room. Hopefully. This is why you have lots of them, though. Don't despair. And we're going to make a loop with our remaining wire like this. And the reason I like to have a lot of wire to work with is, again, you don't want to cross your wires. So I try to get, if you can see that, the second crimp bead is close to the first one. And then I also want to hold on to that wire so I don't have them crossing. And then we're going to do another crimp. Okay. And they're not crossing, so that's good. That's what you want to see. We're going to come in, and I like these Xyron crimpers. Fold that guy over. Okay. And now we don't need this extra wire. So we're going to cut that off. Just get as close to that crimp bead as you can. Now you have something that looks like this. Now, these aren't the most attractive things in the world, so that is why I like to use crimp covers, because they look like a bead. These are 4mm gold crimp covers. And I just take some flat nose pliers, or jewelry making pliers, I should say. And I come in and I take I put the opening like that. See that? I'm going to come in and cover this bottom one. And the key to these, as I've seen from other people, is go slow. So you just want to gently squeeze your crimp cover closed. You can come in a little and kind of line it up. The slower you do it, the rounder and the nicer it looks, in my opinion. And so let's do the next one. And I think this adds another little sense of security to your jewelry. It covers the crimp, because the crimps can, depending on where they are, scratch somebody's neck or ear or something like that, especially on a bracelet. And I just find that they add a nice finish touch. It is worth it. I know I'm struggling over here with this last crimp. The last crimp's always a bugger. I don't know why. So again, you're going to slowly shut those. I'm going to make that just a little bit. There we go. And there you have it. So they look like beads now. And they match everything else. And the crimp covers come in different sizes. You know, if you're using a smaller crimp bead, there's other sizes, and they come in all finishes. So I think they're really worth the investment. And then we're going to need an ear wire. Let's see. Here's my ear wires. Maybe we'll do some brass this time, just to change it up and pick up some of the brass. I think I like the way that looks. These again are the French ear wires. So we're going to put our loop on here, and it's just a matter of walking this back and closing it so that your wire doesn't pop out on this side and come off your earring. So we just gently squish that, and there's your earring. Nice. So I'll make the other one off camera, and then we will take a look at our Tutorial Tuesday twofer earrings that we've made with this lovely sweater weather cozy up kit from Jesse James Beads. So I will be right back, and we will take a look at all of them together. Okay, I'm back, and I have finished the second earring from our Tuesday tutorial twofer with our sweater weather mix in Cozy Up. And I just love these. I think they turned out great. I love all the different materials, the sparkle. I love the subtle colors. It is very, very cozy palette. And then, of course, our first pair with these really pretty flower beads and all the mixed metals and a little bit of rose. I love that, and a little bit of silver. Let me scooch in a little so you can see those better. Let me move these. So there's our finished earrings. I think these would make great gifts, great stocking stuffers. It's that time of year. And, you know, this didn't take very long, so you can whip out a bunch of earrings. Very unique. You know, make your girlfriend some, your sister, your mom, your aunt. You know their personality. You know what they like. If they would like something like this, I don't see who wouldn't. I definitely would make a bunch of these to give as gifts. I think they're adorable. And do check out the Jesse James beads. So do check that out. I will have affiliated links. I am, this is a monetary component to my spiel that I need to make sure I disclose. Any link that you press on in my bio or my YouTube will be, there is a monetary component to that. So just be aware of that, and enjoy. I hope that you'll check out some of these mixes, and look at all these beads I have left over to play with. And I haven't even touched the cute fuzzy stuff yet. So stay tuned for some finished jewelry updates with what's left. And like and subscribe if you have not subscribed before. If you are a subscriber, I just adore you. Thank you for all your lovely comments and your support. I look forward to these Tuesday tutorials. I hope you do too. I hope it inspires you. And as always, take care of yourselves and your families and be safe. And I will see you on the next video.